What's up, everybody? This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. So welcome to another episode of No Fluff, No Passes, where we take a device and put it on the chopping block and see if it's worthy of your mighty dollar. So sit back and relax and get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go.
Welcome, jurors and members. I'm your judge today, Judge Eric. And on the chopping block, I have the LG G8, a device I've been using for the last couple of weeks. It's time to pass judgment on this phone. No fluff, no passes. Should you buy this phone in 2019? Let me give you my thoughts. Let's talk about the specs. 2019 specs, of course, 855 processor, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, SD card support. You got dual cameras on the back, single camera on the front. We got a notch display, 6.1 inch, and we got a POLED display this time on the LG G8. That's something new on the G series. With all that said and done, and all the specs out of the way, we already know that this is 2019 G series flagship right now. All right, so let me give you my thoughts on this phone. Let's talk about the design. Now, the design of the LG G8 is kind of similar to the LG G7. When I look at both of these devices, I say, wow, I remember saying this, that the LG G6 was LG's coming out party when it came down to design. And both these devices similar in so many ways. So when you look at the back of the LG G8 and look at the back of the LG G6, it's similar. I mean, very similar. The only thing different is that you have this flash is on all the way over versus the flash in the middle of the LG G6. But when you turn it around and look at this beautiful 6.1 inch display, listen, this is something new here. This is something different. If you didn't know that this device has a beautiful display. Now, I've done a display test between this device and other devices in this category. And I'm gonna tell you that the LG G8 shocked me when it come down to the colors. Let me show you a short clip of what I'm talking about with the LG G8 going against the Galaxy S10, the LG V40, and the OnePlus 6T. Check this out. And I got all the web pages on desktop mode, all right? So now we're starting to see some differences here. Look at that. The OnePlus 6T, the blue looks okay, a little shaded out a little bit, but it looks okay. Now look at the Google Pixel 3 XL. I mean, the G look completely faded. It's like it's fading out right there. You can see the pixels. And surprisingly, the Galaxy S10 Plus G is fading. Look at that. All right, so looking at the V40, the blue is really deep. And the G8, the blue, the G8 blue is the best out of all of them right now. All right, the G8 blue is the best out of all of them. That's amazing. All right, so let's get into some of the reds and the yellows. As you can see, the LG G8 held its own. And I said it in the video that the display on here is one of the best, right? This is a good display. So shout out to LG for making one of the good displays of 2019. So let's talk about the performance of the LG G8. Look, performance now has been great for a long time. You won't have these issues of stuttering and lagging and all these things that we used to have years ago. I set up on this podium and I talk about phones, a lot of phones. But in 2018 and 2019, these days of laggy devices and performance issues and stuff like that, those days is over with. We are at the time now that almost every phone performs well, and LG is no exceptions. It runs very well playing any game, any app in the App Store. You won't have no problems with performance with this device. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about the launcher. the LG launcher on top of Android 9.0. Look, I am not a fan of LG's launcher. I put Nova launcher on my phone. And the reason why is because I think it's time for LG to make a change. With the ugly, boxy looking apps that they have on the design here is less to be desired for, in my opinion. But hey, guess what? This is Android, so you can put Nova Launcher on top of this phone and you're good to go. So when it comes down to speed, performance, everything in between, I give it thumbs up. No problem with speed with this device. Okay, so let's talk about the cameras. All right, so I've done camera reviews a lot on this YouTube channel, and I can tell you that the LG G8 have shocked me. It has some unique features on this device that's promising. I'll put this phone against the Galaxy S10 Plus. I'll put this phone against a lot of other devices, and I got more camera reviews coming for this device. Look, one of the things that I'm liking about the LG G8 is the front-facing camera. Oh my God, listen, the front-facing camera on this phone has been very good. Almost best in class in my opinion. But the rear cameras is very good also. Now, one of the things that LG is known for is good cameras, Pro mode. Right? Pro mode on LG phones is best in class. No matter what anybody would say, I think Pro mode on LG phones has been best in class, no matter what. Also, there's a new feature, right? The bokeh effect while recording. That is an outstanding feature. Now, I've done it in the daytime outside. It didn't look that well, but when you're inside in some normal lighting, using the bokeh effect while recording, it looks very good. But everything ain't rosy with this phone. Let me give you some things that I don't like about this phone. Let's talk about the external speakers. The external speakers here on this device is pretty subpar. I've heard that there's going to be a software update to fix some of this stuff, but as of recording this video, I did not get the software update. Let you listen to a video that I did between this phone, the LG G6 and the LG G7 when it comes down to audio. Check this out.
Let's go with the LG G7. Woo! Wow. Good. All right, let's go with the new kid on the block, the LG G8.
As you can hear, the audio on here is definitely subpar. And I wish that LG would fix this issue with the LG G8. But some of the things that I believe is happening with the LG G8, it doesn't have an earpiece. As you know, the LG G7 got that groundbreaking sound that was coming out of the earpiece, also the resonance chamber. When you lay it flat on the surface, you get that good, outstanding sound. So maybe, just maybe, LG would twerk some of those issues with the LG G8. So let's talk about all this hand ID and all these hand gestures and stuff like that, because this phone got a huge notch. And one of the reasons why this phone has a notch is because it scans your hand, and you could do some special things that's called hand ID. You can turn on the volumes up and down and all that stuff without even touching the phone. Now, is it a gimmick? Wait a minute. Not so long ago, a few years ago, Samsung had similar stuff like this, right? Remember the days of Samsung when you look at the device and it's supposed to scan your eyes when you're going up and down reading text, the screen was supposed to move by itself and stuff like that? Well, that didn't work. Also, I remember the days when Samsung, where you could swipe along the display and it's supposed to turn the page if you're reading the textbook, right? Well, that did work. I remember the days when you can take a screenshot just by covering this display up, and all of a sudden you take a screenshot on a Samsung phone. Well, that didn't work. And I can go on and on about some of the gimmicks that Samsung and other OEMs have done in the past. Look, is this hand ID and all this stuff a gimmick? I mean, it works, right? But does it work like 100% of the time? No. Right? So at the end of the day, look, hand ID, it's all good. It's a gimmick. We all know about it. People are not going to use it. I've tried it. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like picking a phone up, looking at Face ID, and you can open the device, right? So let me give you my conclusion. The LG G8 is a fantastic phone. Listen, it's an incremental update from the LG G7 to the LG G8, but it has some unique features, right? A lot of people looking for the LG G8 to be groundbreaking with all kinds of unique gimmicks and features and all that stuff like that. Look, this is not the device, but it is a very good device, especially for this mid $600 price point that T-Mobile is doing. Hopefully the rest of them will follow the leader. But overall, I like the LG G8. It's a fantastic phone, definitely for me. This is Eric from Music Computer Solutions. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the LG G8. See you guys on the next video. Peace.